Road team picture on another snowy Saturday lacks skipper Dave Watson. A knee injury keeps him out of the side against Chelsea on an afternoon when we are very lucky to have any football at all. All round the country, matches have been postponed, but here there's only a thin covering of snow, and thanks to the efforts of groundsman Stan Gibson and his staff, Main Road stages its third game in 5 days. But with signs of a thaw to be seen, it's certain to be another very difficult surface to play on, and a few tricky decisions about footwear. A real test then for the skills of Poland's World Cup captain Kazimierz Stejna, who takes the central midfield role for Manchester City. Joe Corrigan has recovered from the injury that kept him out of Wednesday's FA Cup replay at Rotherham. Tommy Booth is recalled in Dave Watson's place. That's the new midfield formation, with Asa Hartford taking over the captaincy in Watson's absence. Up front, Peter Barnes, who scored at Rotherham, is still looking for his first league goal of the season, but there's only a place as substitute for Ron Futcher, who scored a hat-trick at Stamford Bridge in September. But goals are a problem for Chelsea, and they restore Peter Osgood to their attack today after playing him as a central defender at Old Trafford earlier in the week. They can push Osgood forward because Steve Wicks has recovered from injury. This is the first time for more than 4 months that he and Mickey Droy have played together. Droy has only just returned after a serious kidney operation. There's an anchor role in midfield for veteran Ron Harris, and up front, Tommy Langley will be expected to show the usual dogged running which has made him top scorer this season with 8 goals. Duncan McKenzie, incidentally, is still waiting for his first win bonus with Chelsea. Since his transfer from Everton, he's made 15 appearances with his new club without being on the winning side. Today's referee, Mr. Michael Peck, a schoolmaster from Doncaster, and Chelsea in their change strip, yellow shirts and green shorts, start the game attacking the goal to our right. Chelsea with only 2 victories all season. Wolves and Bolton, the teams they've beaten. Paul Power at left back, played at left back against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in September. It's Clive Walker for Chelsea. Osgood. Droy. Confident for a big man on that surface, and he's played a very dicey pass. No choice for Wicks but to belt that orange balloon of a ball into touch. Owen to Futcher. Misplaced pass again. And forward by Wilkins. That's Graham Wilkins. Ray Wilkins, the England international, out of the side with knee ligament trouble. Peter Barnes for City. And Walker steps in front of him, and Barnes tries to pull him back, and the referee gives the free kick. And ball by Wilkins, allowing Hartford to steal in. Walker was wanting it to come to him. Kidd, and a deflection into the no, it was against the bar. Shannon set it up for Kidd, and Kidd's shot, heading for Bonetti's left upright, was deflected, and it looked as though Bonetti was going to be stranded. Barnes with the corner. Owen, just a little flick. Hartford plays it back to him. Droy away. Won by Parr, but lost again. Now Hartford. Half cleared by Wicks. Parr is in there. Away by Wilkins. Dana. Donachie. Kidd. Shannon. And the ball just pushed up by David Stride. Stride wearing 3. Turned across by Owen and kicked away by Wilkins. Owen, chased by Stanley. Referee right on the spot, giving the throw to City. And calling Stride over to have a quiet word with him. Stride, a youngster who's made it this season in the Chelsea side. Harris, not a very good clearance. Hartford. Power, well found by Hartford. That would have been an excellent goal in any conditions, but here it was a little miracle. From the throw, the ball worked over to Hartford. Hartford's vision told him that power was there, and when he delivered the pass, that half volley was very sweet indeed. 1-0, and Manchester City on top. 7 minutes only gone, and Chelsea really only troubling Joe Corrigan once so far. Donachie's cross, and Owen forward again. Langley with Osgood calling. Walker. Langley. Walker again. Chance for a shot. Osgood. Harassed by Booth unfairly. And a free kick given. Peter Osgood scored the only goal of the game when Chelsea last won here 4 seasons ago. Mackenzie curler. It's gone in off Corrigan's hands. But the linesman has got his flag up on the far side of the field, and the referee is going over to talk to him, and I suspect that that's going to be ruled out. No, it's given. Referee had a word with the linesman and pointed to the middle, so Duncan Mackenzie is credited with his 4th goal for Chelsea. Simple goal, just a couple of walking paces and a shot which Joe Corrigan could only help into the net. Midway through the first half, 1 goal apiece. Owen with the ball for City. Now Shannon. And now Dana. And he gets the second pass through to Barnes, and Bonetti saves. Dana had 2 goes at the pass. The second one found Barnes, and the first time shot covered by Peter Bonetti. Langley to Osgood, and a nice little ball from Osgood back again, and Langley is away, chased by Booth. Langley has taken it too far. Corrigan got out and saved well. Langley is annoyed with himself because they'd worked the opening very well, he and Osgood, and Langley went on, and Corrigan came out and met him well. Kidd for Shannon. In the middle, Hartford, Dana, Kidd and Barnes. Shannon opening the angle for a chip. In the end, it found Stride's head. But now here's Dana. Will he try for a little one over? Hartford for Owen. And it hit Kidd. Brian Kidd unable to get out of the way of a shot from Gary Owen that had sent Bonetti flying across the 6-yard area. Osgood. Owen to Barnes, good ball. Barnes has pushed it too far and the run just fizzled out. What he's got in fact is an indirect free kick, and Troyer's got a booking for objecting. As Barnes went through there, played the ball, chased it, looked as though he wasn't going to get it, was shouldered off it by Droy, and I think Droy was penalised for the indirect free kick because the ball wasn't in playing distance. That would be the reason for the free kick, and what Droy said about it would be the reason for the booking. So they are going to have to be right back by that near post. Dana jockeying for a position. Wilkins watching him. Now Hartford low. Dana, just too many bodies, and Wicks is clear. Very difficult to score goals from those positions. Weight of numbers so often tells. Foul given against Shannon. Tripping Langley. And Manchester City are going to make a substitution. They're going to bring Ron Futcher on, and Tommy Booth has come off. So that means that Brian Kidd will resume the role that he had in the second half at Elland Road on Saturday last week when Dave Watson was injured. Hartford, by Wicks. Hartford again. Mackenzie. Stride, offside against Langley. Kidd allowed to go on. Chelsea maybe didn't see the highlights of last week's game. Deflected shot from Ron Futcher, and he's got a goal. Been on the field as substitute for 2 minutes, Ron Futcher, the man who got the hat-trick at Stamford Bridge in September, picking up the ball after the run by Kidd had been stopped, and the deflected shot over the head of Bonetti to make it 2-1. Futcher is in the middle again, and they're all coming at the back post. Cross was a shade too far. Dana. Interception by Stride. Shannon, turn round Wicks. Stride. Kidd. Donachie. Hartford, Stanley after him. Power, good cross. Well, Shannon met it with all his might, directed it wide. But the early cross played in was interesting. Power played it, and Shannon was belting in to meet it. The header went wide. Maybe the lesson of the early cross is one for City to remember. Osgood. Paul Futcher to his brother. Droy intercepts. 6'4", Mickey Droy, but he's turning well on this surface. The 2 nines, and Osgood wins the heading battle. Paul Futcher to Owen. Back to him from Shannon. Barnes. Dana finding Shannon with another good ball. Donachie on the overlap, but Shannon may feel he doesn't need him. Better away was by Droy. Now it's Dana again. Kidd. Less than a couple of minutes to go to half-time. Kidd's attempted shot blocked. Osgood. Offside, Walker. Parr. Hartford to Kidd. Donachie. 1-2 was just a little too ambitious, but Donachie's won the ball again. Shannon putting Owen in with a fine ball. That was a lovely move. Owen has gone into the advertisements behind the goal. Lovely move work there between Owen and Shannon. Owen to Shannon, Shannon back again, and Owen's toe poke just passed. And that's the final move of this first half, and so City go in with Ron Futcher's goal, giving them the lead after Duncan McKenzie had equalised the earlier goal from Paul Parr. 2-1 to Manchester City at half-time. Join us again in a few moments. So welcome back to Main Road, where Manchester City will kick off the second half, leading Chelsea by 2-1. This is Chelsea's sixth match since Danny Blanchflower became manager. They've had 2 goalless draws, and apart from that they've conceded 17 goals, including the 2 here. No messing from Paul Futcher. Still very much experimental time for Danny Blanchflower. He's used 19 different players since he took over just over a month ago. No Ray Wilkins yet since he took over, of course. He's had knee ligament trouble, but he's back in training and could well play again next Saturday. Stride with Chelsea's free kick, and Droy running in after it. Didn't arrive in time. But Futcher has gone down looking very much as though he's pulled a muscle. That's Ron Futcher, the substitute. Certain amount of understandable concern on the Manchester City bench. Well, Ron Futcher back on his feet and with no option but to try to soldier on. Foul given, and a Chelsea free kick. Shannon on Stanley. Futcher still limping. Free kick floated towards Osgood, and Droy was up there once again, but again unable to make real solid contact. Robbed by Owen, and Owen immediately playing a marvellous pass for Shannon. Shannon robbed by Bonetti and Wilkins between them. That was a great ball from Owen. Shannon chasing hard through the middle, Wilkins going with him and gaining on him, and by the time Shannon wanted to try the shot, Bonetti was out to complete the smother. But Owen providing a marvellous service for Shannon. Shannon again. Ron Futcher. Dana, chased by Walker. Parr back to Dana. Owen making himself available. Hartford in the middle. Ran off his thigh. McKenzie. Ron Futcher robs him. Donachie to Hartford. Good ball and a good position taken up by Shannon. Now Barnes. Owen. And It's cleared off the line by Wicks. You can't help feeling that Barnes should have had a go himself rather than transferring it to Owen, who is left holding his ankle. Barnes coming over to take the corner after the move had switched from right to left across the box. Shannon had taken up a good position. Barnes, I think, should have shot, but it all came to nothing. Barnes to Donachie. Ball by Donachie and well collected by Owen. It was a good tackle. Owen finding Hartford now. Now into Ron Futcher. Seems to have got over his injury trouble. Clearance by Stride. Osgood. Hartford changed his mind about the shot. Owen sliding it away from Mackenzie. Stride's interception. Now Donachie. Constant pressure from City. Barnes. Owen available. Barnes tricking, trying to find room for a cross. Skids over low, and a great save from Bonetti from Dana. Dana, when the low one came across from Barnes, swung his right foot first time, and Bonetti was down very fast indeed to his left. Osgood. Good ball from Osgood to Harris. And on again well too to Walker. Langley in the middle, Harris going with him. The pass just drifts away from a yellow Chelsea shirt. And it's Dana now for City. Shannon on the right touchline. This is Ron Futcher opening the angle for Hartford, who's pushed it too far and made it easy for Wilkins. Cut out by Parr. Ron Futcher calling for one. Barnes coming short for one. Hartford. Ron Futcher is in there, just fingered away by Bonetti. Owen back onto his right foot, then his left, then scooping it over, and nobody running in. Good idea, but unproductive. Owen. Dummy by Futcher. It just ran off Mike Shannon's toe again. Owen, outside of the foot to Ron Futcher. In again. Shannon setting it up for Ron Futcher. Good idea. Tried to curl it inside the far post. Missed by what? About a foot. Good try by Ron Futcher. Stanley. Langley. Walker. Chelsea throw. Stanley back to Wilkins. Langley. And that's a rare Chelsea corner. Seen a great deal of them in attack in this second half. They've got the two big fellas up there, Droy and Wicks. It's Wicks they're looking for, and they found Droy and Osgood, and it is now 2-2. The tactical plan is you put three big fellas around the penalty area, and they bob it around and it goes in the net. The corner, first to Wicks, then to Droy, and Osgood helps it past Corrigan. 2-2. Foul given and a Manchester City free kick. Last season when Chelsea were here they scored twice. They had 6 put past them. Hartford with the free kick for City, headed away by Droy. Quarter of an hour to go. Parr's attempt blocked by Langley. Well, since they beat Bolton in October, Chelsea have had 4 draws and 9 defeats in 13 games. So this will count as one of their best performances. Walker. Harris. Walker again. Barnes. Hartford. Barnes again. Foul by Stanley. Barnes not finding it easy to work the ball on this surface. Clearly fouled there by Gary Stanley. This may now be a Dana free kick. He certainly has shown us a few over the years with Poland, but it may also be a Brian Kidd special. Deflected wide. It was a corner at the other end just a minute or so ago that produced Chelsea's goal. What now can City do? Couldn't make contact. Owen losing it to Langley, and Walker is chasing it, and Corrigan has come to meet him, and Walker has slipped it under him, and Chelsea are in front. Walker did that so well. City with everybody up for the corner, caught on the break. Langley booting it away, and Walker from the halfway line has a clear run, and run he does. Corrigan comes out to meet him. Corrigan timed it well, but Walker stuck it away. 3-2 then to Chelsea. Paul Futcher. Crowd anxious for City to get it forward, players anxious not just to give the ball away. Kidd's header, Donachie. Hartford now. Still in play. Shannon lost it to Mackenzie. Foul given against Mackenzie. Three minutes left now as Hartford places the ball for the free kick. Now, Dana. Header away by Wilkins. Futcher, well wide. Paul Futcher has only scored one league goal. He wasn't really within about 3 or 4 yards of scoring his second then. So that's the final whistle then. Chelsea have beaten Manchester City, and Malcolm Allison heads for the dressing room, knowing that the haul back is going to be a long one. City still without a league win since October the 14th, thanks to those 2 goals in 2 minutes by Chelsea. Mickey Droy shaking hands with the referee, he did a good job. Duncan Mackenzie a scorer for Chelsea. And then Osgood and Walker to complete the embarrassment of Manchester City and to give Danny Blanchflower his first victory as Chelsea's manager.
Well, Danny Blanchflower, your first victory since taking over at Chelsea. A very happy man tonight.
Well, I'm not going to let it get carried away with it. I'm pleased about it. I'm pleased for the boys' sake more than my sake. I did say to them that if they battled, they might get something for it, and they did that in the second half particularly. I think Manchester City are a stronger team than we are, but we battled in the end, and you've got to deserve your luck.
Did you think you were going to get anything at half-time?
I never think like that. I don't give up until the battle's over. This is what I was trying to tell them at half-time. They came in a little bit at half-time and they were a little bit down. I think they played a bit better in the second half than they did in the first. You never know whether your words have influence or not, but my job right now in the situation I'm in is to pick people up when they're down, because they're more often down than not.
Were you surprised that the City defence opened up so easily for you in the second half?
I don't think City deliberately opened the defence for us. I mean, I think they got caught in the hop once or twice, and that's what happens, isn't it, if you battle? I mean, if you stand back and watch them, then nothing happens. But we made an effort, and therefore we got something from it.
Peter, a game that seemed beyond you at half-time.
Yes, a bit shell-shocked at half-time. We had to sort a few things out. They overrun us. There were people running at the back four, and obviously they looked very impressive, I've got to admit. But we sorted things out second half, and we had a few words to say about different things, and it came out right for us. Do
you think the City defence were at fault with the 2 goals that won the match for you?
Well, we've got a couple of big guys, Stevie Wicks and Mickey Droy. They come up for the corner, and I read Stevie's header, and lucky enough Mickey Droy sort of missed it, and I just knocked it in. But nobody picked me up, so obviously it was a bad goal to score in the 6-yard box. And the second goal I couldn't believe. The 2 back players were very, very wide, and Clive Walker is a very nippy player, sort of thing. Got a run on him, clearance from their corner, I think, and he's gone through and slotted a great goal, really,
We're 2-1 up at half-time, and Mickey Shannon had a chance shortly after that, and if it had gone in, I think the game would have been over, because Chelsea at that stage were, their heads were down.
But your confidence seemed to go.
It did. We can't put a finger on it. I don't know if it's playing here. We haven't won anywhere, in the league for 3 months, but it seems to be sort of added pressure on us when we're playing at home.
You were quite confident though in the first half. All that Malcolm Allison was saying last week seemed to be happening.
Yeah, we were knocking about quite well. We played well in the first half, and of course we got off to a good start. I think we scored in about 10 minutes, and that lifted us a little bit. And then we gave away a goal, a sort of bad goal, and then we came back into it and run futures, put us in front at half time. So we're looking forward to getting a win under our belts.
Could it be a case of certain individuals playing below form?
Well, I think that's been the case all season. There's no doubt. I mean, if we're all playing well, we'd be definitely in the top 4. So I think you've got to say there's a lot of players playing below form.
Who?
That's not for me to say. That's the manager and the coach to sort out.
The balance is not bad, and we were able to get out and cause problems and create chances. They scored a goal from a free kick, which probably Joe Corrigan would never let in the rest of his life, and then it made it a little bit tense, and then Ronnie Fletcher scored a goal, and we got command of the game. There was no problem then, we got command of the game. Now then, we had to play then with a certain amount of patience, and we didn't play with the patience, we still wanted to get the other goal.
And so we come to man of the match time. That's a choice to be made for us by Jimmy Armfield.
Well, today I think, considering Tui being off for 4 months, I've decided to give it to Mickey Droy, the Chelsea centre-half. I thought when City were putting a lot of pressure on Chelsea, he withstood a lot of it, and particularly balls in the air. I lost count of the number of balls that he knocked away in the air for Chelsea, and that was very important for them. But apart from that, he's given them a bit of leadership at the back, which obviously they've been lacking during his absence. So it gives me a great deal of pleasure, really, to give the bottle of champagne to Mickey Droy.
So he takes a magnum of champagne back to London, and London is our next destination for the second division game between Fulham and Sunderland. Game with a good deal of interest for the North West, because next Saturday, in the 4th round of the FA Cup, Fulham play Manchester United and Sunderland are at Burnley. Well, today they met at Craven Cottage. London Weekend television cameras provide the pictures, Brian Moore is the commentator, and Fulham are in the white shirts.
Played in swiftly there to Rostron. Strong got up well there, but still Sunderland making their presence felt. And Bob Lee going through, and a great save and a shot by Entwistle.
It was finally pushed away, but how that opened up there for Bob Lee. It looked odds on a goal, a great piece of goalkeeping by Payton, and Entwistle couldn't finish it off. Bark up, corner flung in again. It was Payton, I think, got the header there. Well, Lee looking for another shot, and another good save by Payton. Oh, Bob Lee in lively enough form, 2 shots on goal and 2 saves by Jerry Payton. That one taken with the left foot, an economy of effort, but a powerful shot well saved. Davis, that's a good piece of play. That's a nice pass as well for Guthrie. Spreading it this way now to Beck. Marinello begging for the ball on this side and now coming to collect it and hustled out of it unfairly by Joe Bolton, giving Fulham a free kick. Beck with the free kick for Fulham. Curling that free kick in. Oh, and a good save by Siddle from Guthrie's towering header. Guthrie is going to be a threat the whole afternoon to Sunderland, there's no doubt about that. Beck's curling free kick. A beautiful header by Guthrie and a fine save by Siddle. Here's Beck again. There's the cross in once more, and again Jeff Clark got there that time. And Sunderland get it away as Rowell feeds Lee, and Fulham get it back, and only just. Money to Guthrie, chested on there for Marinello. That wasn't far from being an obstruction on Marinello as he weaved his way into that Sunderland area. It's with Money. And again, from Dale's pass, planted forward for Beck to chase. Bolton intercepting, and that's probably indicative of the pressure that Sunderland suddenly find themselves under. Pumping it into the stand to give them a moment of breathing space. For Beck to take another throw. Siddle to watch warily from that goal. High up and under from Marinello. Margerison getting in there. And played back, or at least he tried to play it back. A chance for Margerison. Knocked down against the post. And Davis trying still to make something of it. Such excitement there. It looked as though Margerison must score. Entwistle. Lee. And that's Beck's ball. Now Marinello, but Bolton is right at him. And away goes Marinello again. Deep cross there towards Guthrie, and a header that in fact I think came, yes, off Sean Elliott for a Fulham corner. So Marinello will take it. Guthrie and Dale, I think, are the men to watch out for if that ball is hoisted high into that Sunderland penalty area, which it is. Dale in fact getting a shot in. Sunderland getting it away. Beck lifting it back again cleverly. And Davis having a shot saved again by Barry Siddle. And it really looked as though Fulham must score there. Davis right through and Siddle doing well. And now Bolton at the other end. And that's a goal! Under the goalkeeper's body, and Joe Bolton gets his first goal of the season. Sunderland fans who travel a long way have something to celebrate. Amazing when you consider that at one end Gordon Davis really should have put Fulham ahead. The shot was saved by Siddle, and within 25 seconds of that the ball's in the other goal. So Fulham really have to fight for any advantage now. Margerison with the cross, a good one, and it needed a good save. Almost taking Siddle by surprise there. Nice little bit of face there by Margerison, and a shot that would have just nicked inside. Beck with the corner. And in fact Marinello's header could have caused a few problems. Dale. Nice skills, finding Money. Good cross wanted, and it's got one. And it's there! the first half has put Fulham level. Good move that by Fulham. And the cross, when it came swinging in from the right, had Sunderland in trouble. And Davis, who's a very neat player indeed, at last tucked it home to make it Fulham 1, Sunderland 1. Play there as Buckley takes it up and Rao looks for the return pass, gets into the box and a penalty given. Well, the Fulham man, Tony Gale, coming in there, pulling down Gary Rowell after that nice little interchange, and the referee pointing to the spot. And Gale himself in a bit of trouble. I don't think the referee had any doubts at all about it being a penalty. I don't think there could have been many doubts about that. Well, Gale got a hobble off to the edge of the penalty area, and now the confrontation begins. Gary Rowell against Jerry Payton. The referee adding to it now by saying that Payton don't move before the kick is taken. The referee coming to the edge of the penalty area to watch for encroachment as Rowell puts it into the back of the net and puts Sunderland 2-1 into the lead. Evanson letting it run, and his luck went with him there, taking it past Rowell. There's a lot of space for Banton on the far side. Beck wanting to assert himself, taking possession here now for Fulham. Banton's gone down that touchline. Now he wants a good cross. Too close to the keeper, I think. No, it's not. It's a goal! Guthrie's heading has paid off the last. And Fulham are back at 2-2. Well, it was from the moment John Beck took charge of affairs in that Sunderland half, sent Banton away down the right. I thought the cross was going to be a little too close to Siddle, but it wasn't. It was a beauty. And Guthrie rose superbly to head it wide of the keeper.
2-2 then, the final score at Craven Cottage. And on another weekend, blitzed by the weather, we've managed to find 2 games for you. Our original intention, incidentally, was to be at Bolton for the match against Arsenal. And when that was called off, we counted ourselves very lucky to find a match at Main Road. Not only that, lucky in the end to come up with 2 games that provided us with 9 goals. We're going to leave you with the final one from Main Road, the goal that poached 2 points for Chelsea and caught Manchester City very much napping.
Well, it was a corner at the other end just a minute or so ago that produced Chelsea's goal. What now can City do? Couldn't make contact. Owen losing it to Langley, and Walker is chasing it, and Corrigan has come to meet him, and Walker has slipped it under him, and Chelsea are in front.